Hi guys, hope everybody's weekend went well. I just want to record a quick demo of Parked from the user side, just so everybody knows everybody's on the same page here. As to what it looks like. So let me share my screen. Let's try this. Cool. So here's my screen. Let's see, let's open up Park.io. Right, so this is like our just main website. We have Bellarmine here. But the main site is in the login section. You go to select school, it automatically goes to Bellarmine. Um, just generally, bellarmine.park.io is like the specific domain that we built for Bellarmine. Most students should sign in with Bellarmine SSO, which is connected to the normal Bellarmine login. Because I'm not a Bellarmine student, I don't have access to this login. So when Thalen and I test it, we just sort of hard coded our emails here, just to play around with the permits, make sure everything works. So yeah, I made myself a little fake Bellarmine email, see if it works, enter. And then, yeah, it takes me to this account here. So right now I created like a fake active permit for myself. And I can add vehicles pretty easily. But let me show you an account that does not have a permit. Let's see, sign another way. Let's use Kevin's email, which we hard coded all of your guys' emails if you want to test it. So kmillerbsp.org, enter. So for Kevin, it doesn't show any active permits and no associated vehicles, right? So if you want to go buy a permit, it just kind of gives you a bunch of information, right? Student parking, academic year, price, valid the entire year. Payment must be completed at Bellarmine campus store, and then you can pick up the parking sticker and your permit will be active. So yeah, register permit, just give it a second. Yeah, permit status, pending payment. You can refresh it, of course. So this refresh button, goes back to our database and just make sure that everything is there. So as of right now, Kevin Miller is registered for a permit at Bellarmine. Return home. Now we can add a vehicle here. We have two options: take photo and autofill. If the user is using mobile, they can just use a photo button there. Since we're on desktop, you can just enter it manually. But the photo autofill should fill all this information out automatically. For now, license plate, let's just make something up. Make, let's get a BMW, an i4, vehicle year, let's do 2022. Color, let's do black. Is it insured? Sure. Insurance carrier, Allstate. Cool. So add vehicle. Cool. So vehicles have been successfully added, returning to home. And so now we have Kevin Miller is fully registered for a permit, right? It says pending payment on the admin dashboard, which I can showcase later. Um, you know, we make it easier for Shannon to just simply look up Kevin Miller, assuming if he was a student, and then set permit payment status to paid, and the permit will be active. We made it so it's very easy, and I can demonstrate that on a later day. So yeah, you can continue to add vehicles if you want to have more vehicles for your permit. Of course, we can always change that. You don't have to pay anything. It just adds another vehicle to the database associated with this permit ID. Expiration date is all good. You can do remove vehicle if you'd like. You can always add it back later. Um, but yeah, that's the gist of it. That's kind of what it looks like now. We can log out. For most Bellarmine students, they just simply sign in with SSO. We collect their email, create them a custom Park page account, and then from there they can just register for permits very easily. On the back end, we have an admin dashboard that we can share later, where from the admin side, you guys can view a table of all the permits, student name, and then whether they paid or have not paid, and you can change it to paid as soon as they pay. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick demo. This is what it looks like now. Right now, we're just finalizing the SSO, and from there we'll be good to go. So yeah, thanks a lot for your patience and looking forward to getting this live.